Dangers of dark magic.
It felt so magical.
Father was studying magic. He was studying me too.
There was this voice.
I can find no record of a human with power like hers, but for the ancient myths with their tragic fates.
The North Aldra follow magic, which means we can never trust them.
There you are.
Magic makes people feel too powerful, too entitled. It makes them think they can defy the will of a king.
I'm worried for her. We have always feared Elsa's powers were too much for this world. Now we must pray they are enough.
It's such a nice day today. I just wanted to come on here to shout out a few people that have been supporting my channels, and I just want to say I appreciate y'all very, very, very much. So it's Luna, Fizzy, and Honey Donuts. Thank y'all so much. I really like doing these shoutouts because I get to appreciate each and every one of you individually. So if you want, my audio's about to go out. If you want a shout out, just let me know. And you know, I don't know, just tell me how your day's been. Ask for a shout out and I'll do it. I love it. Anyways, let's get on to the video. This video is kind of in relation to my last video on Frozen. If you hear the sirens, I am so sorry. In that video, I proposed the theory that she was not supposed to go alone. Elsa was supposed to actually go with the rest of the spirits because everybody heard the voice calling to them. So that video kind of asked the question, what would happen if all the spirits, water, fire, wind, and earth, including ice now, went to Pohola? What would happen then? What would happen if they all came together? I believe Frozen 2 only went halfway there. The story is definitely not finished. The movie solely focused on the truth. That was basically the theme.
The truth must be found.
But after they find out the truth, what then? Was it simply just to destroy the dam? I don't think so. I think there is way more to this story than the movie made it out to be. And allow me to tell you that the truth that they discovered was not all. There is more to be discovered, and this truth may have been the reason why Elsa was born.
Father was studying magic.
So I've recently came upon deleted scenes from Frozen 2, and they are very, very, very interesting. One in particular that is probably my favorite out of all the deleted scenes is what was intended to be the prologue of the movie.
Thank you. Matthias!
Despite the prologue of this deleted scene being so much different than the actual movie, what we actually get to see, the concept is still there. The only real difference is that there is an added character. I mean, this is a new and interesting character. Tall, wide nose, right-handed, has a staff, and can shapeshift? Maybe? It's either a man who can shapeshift into a reindeer or a man who looks like a reindeer because of this wardrobe that he has going on. But to be very honest with you, I'm leaning more towards the first answer, because when he runs past them, you can hear as if there are hooves on the ground. I don't think a man can make that sound when running or leap as far as he did. I mean, it's hard to tell because it's just the storyboard. Who is this man? We're about to find out. Here's what we know. The former king dies trying to fight him, and he says,
There you are.
insinuating that this battle that was started is because of the reindeer. I mean, of the man reindeer, reindeer man. Not only that, but he does seem like he wants to help Iduna when she's in danger and in the middle of the battle. So I think it's safe to say that he might be part of the North Aldra people. So what else do we know? Well, in Frozen 2, the actual movie, we actually hear the former king saying,
The North Aldra follow magic, which means we can never trust them. Magic makes people feel too powerful, too entitled.
this man hates magic. And that seems to be the reason why he wants to pick a fight with the North Aldra people.
We bring Arendelle's full guard.
And that is his motivation. Different? I mean, what if the Reindeer Man is magical? Well, in order to answer that, we have to figure out where Frozen came from originally. The North Aldra is actually based on the Sami people. The Sami people are indigenous people of the northern part of the Scandinavian peninsula, and they live in Sweden, Norway, Finland, and Russia. And they have a lot of beliefs and culture, which are very similar to the North Aldra people that we see in Frozen 2.
We are called North Aldra. We are the people of the sun.
For example, they believe that everything in nature has a spirit, which actually proves my theory that there are more than 5 spirits in the Frozen universe. This rock that this Reindeer Man stands on most likely is a Seda, which is a rock from nature. And it is a place where sacrifices, mainly reindeer, are made. It is a place where they go to visit, to honor nature, and they especially go in times of health difficulties or other problems. It's similar to like when Christians go to a church and pray, kinda like that. Clearly, whoever this man is went to this Seda to ask for help in times of despair. Another cool similarity that I found is actually relating to Autoholland. And they have something similar called Pohola. This is a place where spirits of the dead go. In some places, it is considered to have 3 layers. The upper layer is the highest of spirits, the middle layer is where the animal spirits and human spirits reside, and the lower level is the land of the dead, where dead spirits go. And one other belief is that they have a spirit called the Great Reindeer Spirit. And it is believed to be a hybrid between a man and, get this, a reindeer. The similarities are strong. There is no way that this is not the Great Reindeer Spirit. And also, it is believed that reindeer, the parts of a reindeer, especially the antlers, are magical. So yes, this hybrid man reindeer, the Great Reindeer Spirit, is magical, which is why the former king wanted to kill him, because he was basically the leader of them all. And what ended up happening? Well, yes, the Great Reindeer Spirit died, but so did he. Now, like I said, Pohola or Autoholland is a place where dead spirits go to. So I assume that when the Great Reindeer Spirit passed, they went to Autoholland. And there is 3 layers to Autoholland. The upper, where the highest spirits reside, where he probably was. The middle, where the animal and human spirits reside, just like the spirits we see in Frozen, including Elsa. And then the lower layer, where the dead spirits are at. But like I said, the Sami people hold reindeers to the highest level, the highest degree. So, the hybrid between the man and the reindeer, this is someone you don't want dead. This is someone you want alive. Now, if we look back to our deleted scene, this call, which actually I would describe more of a cry now that I understand the context behind it, only occurs after the death of the Reindeer Man, of the Great Reindeer Spirit. Perhaps it wasn't the fighting that enraged the spirits, but it was the killing of their Great Reindeer Spirit that enraged the spirits. And if we look back into the Frozen 2 movie, at the beginning of the movie when we see this all take place, the cry happens after this scene. Perhaps this man that he was fighting was in fact the great reindeer spirit. Soon after, this fifth spirit was born. Ice. The lower level of Ahtohallan is pure ice, the coldest of ice, which is where the great reindeer spirit most likely resides. Perhaps the only reason Elsa was born with magical ice powers was that they thought that she could be the only one to actually survive the cold temperatures, because as she said, the cold never bothered her anyway, except it did, and it almost killed her. She found out a small portion of the truth, but there is still so much more to be done. She still needs to go liberate the great reindeer spirit. Perhaps it's a team effort. Perhaps they all need to join together to liberate him. And that is why this symbol, where she stands on, where she is the supposed fifth spirit, is connected with all the other spirits. It's not separated, it's connected. It's one symbol. There is much more to Frozen that still needs to be resolved. There is so much that I learned while I was researching this video, and I think it would be really cool to do a lot more of these theories. I mean, I do a lot of Frozen theories already, so I don't know if y'all are tired of it, but I love the Frozen movies, and so if you're interested, let me know. By the way, I am most likely gonna do a Q&A for the next video, so if you have any questions for me, just let me know. I'll be sure to answer them in the next video. I'll try not to make that video boring because I don't really like to sit through Q&As. I don't expect very many views on that just because it is a Q&A and it's different from what my channel is. But I don't really care. I mean, we've been on this ride for more than a year and y'all barely know anything about me, so I think it's time. So I'll see you next week.
Why can't I go outside?
The outside world is a dangerous place, filled with horrible, selfish people. You must stay here, where you're safe. Do you understand, Flower?
Yes, Mom.